Welcome back to Pop Culture Explosion. I'm Mike, and today we're going to be talking about the 5th installment of the Underworld series, Blood Wars. But first, we're going to bring you up to speed with some info on the previous films. Underworld is a series of action horror films. The first film, Underworld, was released in 2003. It tells the story of Celine, a vampire who works as a death dealer, killing the Lycans, who allegedly slaughtered her family. The second film, Underworld Evolution, was released in 2006. In this film, Celine takes Michael Corvin, a Lycan vampire hybrid, to a vampire safe house and plans to return to Victor's estate to awaken another elder, Marcus, whom they discover is the first vampire and a powerful enemy. The third film, Underworld, Rise of the Lycans, is the prequel to the series, chronicling the origins of the Vampire Lycan War. It was released on January 23, 2009. The fourth film, Underworld Awakening, is a sequel to Underworld Evolution and was released on January 20th, 2012. In this film, humans have discovered the existence of the vampire and Lycan clans and are trying to eradicate both species. A fifth film, entitled Underworld Blood Wars, was released internationally on November 24, 2016, and the United States on January 6, 2017. Alright, so now that we've got you up to speed on the previous four Underworld movies, coming into this fifth one, Blood Wars, I'm going to do my little review on this. Now, this came out January 6th. Maybe you don't know this, or you think, wow, that movie went under the radar, like some of them do. These movies make money. I mean, the budget was $35 million. It's worldwide, it's made $75 million. Now, despite receiving generally negative reviews from the critics, because really they're probably over there watching La La Land or Silence or Moonlight or something like that, but for the hardcore, fans, the Marvel fans, the DC fans, the comic book people, the vampire people, you know what we're watching, right? So these films have grossed a total of $528 million against a combined budget of $212 million. So they're making money. So, as long as they're making money, we get to see Kate Beckinsale squeeze into the little pleather vinyl suit or whatever, skin-tight suit that she wears that we're all such a fan of. So what we try to do is focus on several aspects of the movie and kind of give them a rating. So right now, we're going to talk about the story and the plot. As story and plot goes for the Underworld series, this was pretty good. A lot of twists and turns. I mean, it kept you kind of surprised through the whole movie. I thought it was really good for what it is. You don't have to think too deeply about it, but there's definitely some twists and turns that made the movie more exciting than maybe the last one or whatever. So I definitely, as far as the story goes, it was better than the last movie. And I think it holds its own against the others in the story. I mean, the third one, the prequel, Rise of the Lycans, is actually my favorite one. Story and plot, I'm going to give it a kablam. So story and plot, we give it a 3 points for a kablam, because I really enjoyed it. And, for the type of movie that it is, a $35 million budget, vampire horror movie, it was excellent as far as stories go. Next up is acting. I'm going to have to give this a kablam, because Kate Beckinsale brings it as usual, as well as some of the other actors. I mean, this was acted well. This wasn't there. I would have to say though, at the beginning, there was some cheese going on there. I think some of the scenes between certain actors was a little bit cheesy, and so at first I was kind of like, but I think overall it's a 3-pointer, and as far as acting for me. So, I'm kind of known as the, pop culture, type of fan. I watch all the old horror movies and bad B movies, okay? So when I say a 3 out of 4 as a kablam, we're not talking Laurence Olivier style, James Earl Jones and Charlton Heston, Robert De Niro type of acting here, okay? This is on a different level, okay, as far as we know where we're at with these movies, but this plays into a lot of how much you can enjoy the movies. when you have bad acting in a movie like this, it's distracting from the movie. So this was actually really good, and it didn't do that. All right, next up, characters. Now, we all love Kate Beckinsale's character. She's the most fun. I mean, that's why we watch the Underworld movies mostly, I think, with her jumping around in a skin-tight catsuit, of course, right? But there's 3 other characters in this movie, Blood Wars, that I really enjoyed. One of them is Charles Dance. The other one is Lara Pulver. And then Theo James, right? Theo James. All of these actors did a great job, I think, in this movie. I really had a good time watching them. And for that alone, I'm giving the acting a kablam. Bam! They just did a great job, and I'm just a fan of Charles Dance. I mean, he brought, he's the English actor, he just brought some style and some grace into the film, to give it a good balance. And in terms of Lara Pulver, her character, she brought in, her character was Samira, and she's one of the antagonists in the film. And she was just damn sexy to watch. Just eye candy on the screen, her whole presence, her outfits, and you just loved to hate her. So that was just, those characters were just a lot of fun to watch in that film. Now, by this point, we're getting into the entertainment value. Was it entertaining? Was it enjoyable? Was it worth the ticket? Replay value, and would you own it on Blu-ray? Just yes, all above. I'm gonna give this a 3, another kablam, because this was just a fun movie. I laughed out loud at it because some parts, it was kind of silly. I mean, some of the battle scenes where you had the, it's just the testosterone level. One of the final battles, they're, the one's like, "Ah!" and the other guy's like, "Ah!" It just was funny. There was a bunch of parts like that were just so over the top action and just some ridiculousness, almost kind of a parody in a way. So I don't know. There was a lot of laugh out loud moments in this movie for me. They're, like I said, they're not meant to be funny, but I just thought it was funny, so it just adds to the entertainment value. I was laughing and I was enjoying the movie, and it was action packed, and it was just a fun movie. I think it has replay value. This is definitely something I would own, because if it was a movie that just came out and that was the first one, I probably maybe not, but because it's a series like Resident Evil or some of these other movies, I definitely am going to pick this up on Blu-ray. So in terms of entertainment value, yes, very entertaining, great characters, story was good, the acting was good. I will definitely own it on Blu-ray. Definitely, I'm excited about this movie. I would see it again. I'm going to give it a 4 on entertainment value. Super mega awesome. Next up is cinematography. I mean, the look is pretty consistent with the rest of the Underworld films. So, I mean, it's nothing earth-shattering, nothing different, really. There was some neat stuff that they did with some of the morphing or the abilities that some of the vampires had, or something that Celine gains in it. So that was really cool what they did with that. So I'm gonna almost give it a 2, an average Joe rating, because nothing really spectacular here. I mean, it's spectacular, but it isn't anything new that's gonna blow me away. I mean, I enjoy the cinematography, I enjoy the look of it, but nothing new here. Next up, again, I'm just gonna go over the box office. I kind of went over that in the beginning. For what this movie is, I was very happy to see that it made money, because I'm rooting for the series. I'll see these movies as long as they're going to put them out, and so I was excited to see they did $75 million to their 35 million budget. You know, hey, that's grounds to continue to keep going. They kind of left it open. There were some twists and turns in there where I wasn't too sure where they were going with it, and I was going to get a little bit scared as far as certain characters dying and what have you. But you know, they resolved it really good, and you know, I was happy with the outcome on that. So that wraps it up today for our review on Underworld Blood Wars. This is an awesome movie. If you have seen the movies in the past, or maybe you haven't, you've seen a couple of them, whatever, this one's definitely worth watching. You know, it's up there. It's up there with, I mean, probably the fourth one is probably my least favorite. The third one being my favorite. This one's right up there. I'd say, you know, the prequel and then this one. So thanks for watching. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.